What up, everybody? Dima Aurelius. It's in. I still got it. Make sure everything's lined up. Got to torque everything down. I'm at almost the last stretch of this. And we're gonna see how everything happens, how it looks after I put on the wheel and make sure everything's tightened and make sure there's nothing stretched out of place. Still gotta get this bolt back here. Gotta make sure everything is. That loosened some of this stuff up and it was just rattling, but that was out damn near right here. So yeah, second video. It's day after Thanksgiving. Gotta figure out where that one goes. We still got snow on the mountains. Wind's blowing now. I'm gonna go around, tighten everything up, make sure everything's on. I was gonna drop the subframe, but since I only got one jack, I would need a second jack and another set of jack stands, but everything's in Florida, so I can't do all that. Eventually, probably by the end of the year, I'll see if my brother-in-law will come over and bring his floor jack. We'll see about using his torque wrench if he has one. And I'll be able to finish doing some things out here. Get a lot of things together. Domo hat. Yes, black and mild. I'm been stressed out, but that's life. So boat is pretty much straight, but look at that cam lock. Hands locking up. Can you say nerve damage? Anyhow, yeah. Good things. We're gonna figure out a couple of things. I talked to homie Cody. I gotta talk to JD about it. But he was saying after the accident, it still kind of tracked a little straight. So we're gonna find out exactly everything. So yeah, I just gotta find torque specs. What's the degree on the cam lock where it's supposed to be set? So when I put everything together, torque everything, hopefully everything is sit where it's supposed to sit. So I'm gonna start tightening all this up. I still gotta go get another bottle of degreaser so I can clean a lot of this out. I had to stretch a lot of this with so yeah. So I'm going to be popping some of this back straight. Hopefully get everything together, tightening it up. But yeah, I just got to get some of this straight back to where it's supposed to be. And then we'll see what's going to happen. Eventually, once I get a lot of my other stuff together and I figure this out, I'll drop this subframe completely, because that bushing there, that bushing set here and there, they will get changed out eventually with the polyurethane master kit. Once I put this wheel back on, if everything is straight and sits somewhere flush like it's supposed to, I can definitely start tightening up things, and I'll definitely have to get another alignment. That's okay. But once all that's together, I can definitely figure out about throwing on sway bars, battery, new tires, flushing the oil. I'll go get some coolant later on, but I'll get some water and radiator will get installed and all that. But before I start the engine, I will go get a bucket, put the fuel pump in the bucket, submerge it, see about starting it. I really don't need coolant to start the engine, because I could start the engine, pull the fuel relay, let it die on its own, starvation of fuel, and go from there. Just make sure it starts, because it's sat for a while. So other than that, we are on the way. Of course, I'm gonna move it on its own wheel once it's able to drive, so we can get all this rust off, brakes, and then we can start figuring out what's next. So still got a lot of stuff like that. A big ass gap that's not supposed to be there, and that's one of the things I want to do about getting this frame straightened, so that way my hatch closed correctly. We'll pop that out and get all that straight up a little bit, and hopefully get this back to about here where it's supposed to be, as you can see. So instead of here. So yeah, but anyhow, I'm about to start tightening everything up. We're getting some work done. Day after Thanksgiving, snow in the mountains. See the haze because it stopped raining in California air, the smog. So yeah, eventually. And this is why we gotta take it to the body shop to get all this taken care of and getting everything straight. Dip up here, sunroof. Yeah, there. And on that side over there. So then I can start filling some of this in with body filler and sand some stuff down. And yeah, anyhow, I'm going to get back to work. I'll say have a good day, drink you some water, wash your hands, brush your teeth, stay out of people's face, mind your business, come out and get you some sunlight. It'll help. And that's supposed to be flat like this. So yeah, look at that. That's just wild. But yeah, I replaced the tail lights and everything. I got a set hidden in the bird cage, and I also have another set in Florida. So, and then I got all my other turbo stuff. So if I want to do a 6-port turbo in the future, I'm gonna do a little straightening of this and everything. But yeah, just a heads up and where I'm at on this little venture. Frustration. It's been cold. It was in the 60s all last week. Now it's about 71, 72-ish right about now. Wind is kicking up a little bit. So it's a good thing I don't have to climb up under where dirt's going all up in my eye or sand. But other than that, I'm going to bid you all adieu. Have a good day. Peace.